Um, tonight we doing Refuge ceremony and extraordinary short version.
Extraordinary short version.
But still it's good. It's already done. They call the refuge ceremony means gateway to entering to Buddhist path. Then, or you can say foundation of all Buddhist teaching. And that actually means that a refugee, whole idea is someone has a problem, like me. I had a problem in Tibet, in the communist, then I escaped, I took refuge in India, just like that. Then our problem is, my problem, personal problem is a kind of temporary things, it's not a big deal. One escaped from one country and to take refuge in other country. I don't know, maybe Chinese even better. Not a big deal. Indian want to protect me forever anyway. Kind of temporary things. But our idea is that we have a bigger problem, long-term problem. Then we're looking for, which is we're in swimming in the samsara by confused. And we're all doing something, but we don't know what we're doing. We're looking for something, but we don't know what we're looking for. That's called the confusion. I keep circling in one place again, every day, every lifetime. That's called the samsara. Then idea is that we try to escape from here. Then somebody can protect us from this permanent problem, and somebody will save us as give permanent happiness, unchanging happiness, long-lasting happiness. That's the we looking for. Refugee idea. Then we have to find who has that ability to protect the problem from samsara. Then we call the three jewels, which is the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Buddha is hope this weekend we talk about it. Pure wisdom and standards, free from any kind of confusion and fully blossoming. All qualities, inconceivable qualities, blossoming. All. That's the Buddha. And we have Buddha potential, this case. Buddha potential, we can be blossoming too. Since we have that Buddha nature, Buddha potential, then we can do it. Other Buddhas, how they did it. Then past Buddhas that sharing feelings and what their experience, how they got enlightenment. that's the map. It's called the Dharma. We take refuge in that, and the Buddha and the Dharma. Then the Sangha, who has experience, like for example, we have that Dharma, like a book, how to make a car. But we can't do it by reading book, making car won't be success. Then the Sangha is who actually made car, who has experience how to make it through the book and your knowledge, experience of putting together, then the car runs. That's the who has experience to listening, who has experience to meditate, who has experience to they had a realization. They are our Sangha, means like what called true God, tour guide to the God, tour guide. That's that we needed. That they can show us. Then we can, without a Sangha, we not take a refuge in the Sangha, then nobody can explain it. We not learn Dharma. Without learning Dharma, we cannot attain a fully Buddhahood. That's why all these three are object of refuge. But not like a ordinary like a refuge. Somebody will protect you, some outside of you. And the Buddha is originally, which is your own nature. That is the Buddha, not a somebody. We have both of them potential. We have a Confucian potential. We have a Buddha potential. Then start who can take a refuge? That confused mind can take a refuge through our own Buddha wisdom mind. Then that will protect. Soon as that pure wisdom, pure compassion mind will protect. Won't let confused that ignorance mind. Won't let you hurt any other sentient being. They will let you to help other sentient being. They will let you, wisdom will let you, you can blossom your own Buddha nature, and that any sentient being has this Buddha potential. Then how to take a refuge? How? The point is we're trying to escape from suffering. Nobody wants experience suffering. That's what we don't. But a lack of technique, lack of view, then we do. Then a Buddhist, this great wisdom, going down, finding source of confusion, source of afflictive emotion, and train that one. That's the best way to do it. Then, as there's a vow, when you take a refuge, actually means you officially all become Buddhist. That does not mean you belong to some group of people, or somebody. Not like that. Taking, become Buddhist means that there's a view. Until now we have no clue. Every single sentient being has a Buddha nature like your own. And even though we don't know we have a Buddha nature either, then we don't have a awareness, wisdom. Other single sentient being includes small insects, to highest God or human, all these 6 realms beings, they have the same nature. This recognition of that one, that's the greatest, best, highest wisdom. Then you believe that way, you can see that way, then how to be possible you can harm or hurt any Buddha, includes yourself? Then the result is harmless. You training harmless. And as soon as a harmless action will cause happiness, long-term happiness, short-term happiness, that's the only seed of not harming others, a sentient being, include yourself. We do hurt physically, verbally, mentally. We do hurt others. We do hurt ourselves. That mind belongs to the ignorance. That mind should be taking refuge to your original Buddha nature. It's the object of refuge. That's the whole idea. Then the training is you have a vow. How much is possible I'm not going to hurt any other sentient being. Then your capacity the practice is increasing, and without knowing, there's an ant and the mosquito. We can kill them. There's no respect, even though the human being, how many human being killing today in the world, we know it's a lack of this wisdom, a lack of this compassion. As soon as we have that awareness is present, then trying to not to harm. At the beginning, we don't have much capacity because we built that other habit seriously in a long time. Not that easy to change, like putting an electricity switch off and on. Not that easy. But we have to train gradually. And the first step is knowing that every single sentient being has a Buddha nature. Then hurting other will cause suffering, cause and condition. Loving, compassion, wisdom will cause happiness, a long-term happiness. Then practice is less harming, hurting, and more benefit, more and more awareness increase. That's the how to grow our Buddha nature. Then keep doing that. Then your capacity will grow. Ordinary. Then we're entering in the Buddhist path. Then you gain this ability, capacity, like a zero number is ordinary being, not believing in the next life, not believing in this life, not believing in the karma, not believing in the wisdom, not believing in the compassion. That's the zero number. It's not knowing is ignorance. That's the most danger part. Then, like today, you wanting, willing to start into that path. Because you, zero number is not no more. It's you in the number one. Then keep increasing that number. 100% is a pure Buddha. Then 80s, 90% is you Bodhisattva. It's how to be possible you increasing Bodhisattva and loving compassion in order to save other being. It's okay, I can die for other. Change how to make it increasing. That's the practice. then we have to try. And the point is not to give up. Oh, I tried, but it doesn't work, and give up now. Then you can't make a progress. And keep trying, continue trying, then your ability increases. And someday we will. Then it becomes like anything, your mind is that way. Anything, what you say, what you do, what you think, has a penetration in order to benefit for other being. That's the we're recharging by this Buddhist practice. Then you have a power, omniscient, compassion, and ability to penetrate. These three characteristics of Buddha nature. And the other way, ignorance, and desire, anger, these are opposite of this Buddha. And based on that ignorance, then we do that kind of. That's how to change habit. And believing in that, that's the main things. Then we can do ceremony. Now you know that what is main point of taking refuge. Then the ceremony, you can visualize in front of you, in the sky, Lord Buddha Shakyamuni, and surrounded by all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, 10 directions, 3 times, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. There's a whole space full of clouds. Then you are like a leader, and surrounded by all sentient beings, and full of this earth. Then you can say, I and all sentient beings can take in refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, until I reach enlightenment. You can think that way, then I will do ceremony. Malu Sunjan Gunjin Gunjur Jin, Dude Bonjin, Zen Jumdala, Monamale, Shishin Kanker, Chumda, Korshin, and the Shazos. Bama Gamala, Yedam, Chanza Wadan, Chushin Shawadan, Jesu Yaran, Kujin Sawayi, Gewa, Chose Dagi Chisa. Damje Dagi Janju Cher Mo, Mayunanga Tadan Yambe Sinjan Tamje, Dune Song de Jesu Janju Yingbola Chigi Pardo. Now you can repeat after me. La Lama La, Gyapsu Chio, Sangye La, Gyapsu Chio, Chula, Gyapsu Chio, Gendun La, Gyapsu Chio. Then I say top, you can answer Lexo. Top, That's good now. You receive refuge vow, and then I try to keep how much as possible, not to harm, not to hurt other sentient beings, all equally, all sentient beings, that equality, respect equally. Other ignorant mind can human beings respect more, and among the human beings respect George Bush more, and other people less. As there's a similar animal we don't respect, insects, definitely not. That's the mega wisdom, compassion, equality, recognizing that everyone has a Buddha nature. Circumstance, temporary circumstance can be different. And when the circumstance comes together, animal can be attained enlightenment instantly. It's not based on the circumstance, the different, but same nature. to respect, then Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, as remember, take refuge in these three, in your object. Then these three jewels, unfailable protector, as a never fails, because not a subject, not object, not a material. It is a nature, it is a wisdom, it is a compassion, inconceivable positive qualities, and source of as a never fails. Besides that, you take a refuge individual person, and I like that person, and I trust him or her, but it's a very easy, simple word. I change my mind, then that's all. Because of that changiness. And Buddha nature is like a sky, unchangeable, untouchable, always the truth. That's the idea. Then we can dedicate this merit to all sentient beings in order to attain fully enlightenment by this merit and taking refuge. Taking refuge is an inconceivable beneficial. That's a never end from today to, this merit lasts until you reach fully enlightenment. Continue increases, never end, never exhausted, increasing, continue. And after that, we will benefit all other sentient beings. There's no end, only positive. How to start it. That's why, if this kind of merit, actually, for example, like this merit has a form. This sky is too small to contain. Has that kind of has a merit. Then we can dedicate that a powerful merit to all sentient beings in order to attain fully enlightenment. And whereas we live, this human world has three main sufferings: sickness, disease, starvation, and war. This power of this merit can be pacified all sufferings in the short term and the long term. All of that we can dedicate that way. Sonam de tamje segwani tamne nyeve donam pamje shin yagana shi balok choba sive cholen draw show nanke tatu taye semjen gwen mambe shin do kusum nanken pamandru semjen malu wa chamji deme sala chimbar show. Maybe Yeshinyamala, you can, if everyone love to have a name, normally traditional would give a name. How many people want to name? Okay, you can give your mailing address to Yeshinyama, then we will send you name in 3 years. Don't expect it tomorrow. when I said 3 years and it came 1 week, then you're so happy. That's part of my merit. We give a name because when you take a refuge, your life is got changed. Your job is changed. Your responsibility is changed. normally we're responsible, this one little body, we're responsible to fill this little hole. All our energy, everything, effort, how much we do, that's all we're doing. And the short term, only one lifetime. Now, we're responsible. Happiness for all sentient beings under the sky. How many sentient beings are? We are taking responsible in order to benefit my body, my speech, my mind, anything, my merit accumulate. How much of positive qualities, and we dedicate them, and for the sake of for all sentient beings, we're trying to attain full enlightenment. That's the big responsible. That's our job, and it pays very well. all paychecks and comes in the Bardo computer. Lots of money. And, then we have a new name. And that is related with the name is something related with the spiritual wisdom, compassion, deity, Buddha, 5 different Buddha families, 5 wisdoms, and they're connected with all of that kind of that. Then you remember that will remind you, help you, support keeping that name. Then you can get refugee passport. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.